Communication is probably the most important thing in business. I'm gonna get real heated about this. So welcome to Flipping and Punching, and today is Wednesday the 17th, and we're gonna pull some orders. And the dog yelling at me already. All right, we're gonna pull some orders. We sold about 20 items for almost $1,400. We're gonna talk about this listing challenge, which is not going very well. So, and then also too, I got some crazy. This has been just an absolute crazy week. I just had a lot going on. Went to Eagles game Monday night, Eagles Bucks, and that was a nightmare. My Eagles are just a dumpster fire, but we'll talk about that later on. But let's pull this first order. All right, so first order we pulled here. I already had to pull it out because I gotta get this packaged up and sent out. Is this right here? This is 90210 Brenda Walsh figure. I think I bought this at the local flea market. No, that wasn't a flea market. I got this at a local auction house. It was like a big lot of items, and we ended up paying, I paid 20 or 25 bucks for the whole container. And I got a couple $100s in toys. So this actually sold within the first hour of me listing it for $39.99 plus shipping. So this one figure already in the profit plus some. As you guys know, I'm in my operation of CSO, clear stuff out. I'll keep it PG today. But I've been going through the garage, clearing out. I had 2 totes of Funko Pops, started listing some. Listed this one up, Bluma from Dragon Ball Z. I got a ton of Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops. So if you guys are looking for Dragon Ball Z ones, check out our store. You can find the link in our description down there. But we had it listed for $14.99. Someone sent me an offer for, I don't know, I think $14.99. Someone sent me an offer for 12 bucks. So accepted. I think I paid $2 or $3 for it. So, all right, next 2 items we sold are actually in A5 here. So let's pull those up here. All right, so we sold some clothes and a DVD right here. This is actually team issued 49ers jacket. This came from that big lot of all like the Tennessee clothing you guys saw me been selling. I sold this, I listed for $49.99. I think someone sent me an offer for 40 bucks or 37 bucks, something in that ballpark. So we got, say 40 bucks plus shipping on that. And I had $3 into it, so which is great. This is where my mother-in-law has been listing some clothing for me right now, creating drafts. It's going okay. She did have a little mix up here. She put the wrong size in, and I am getting my first return on her listings, but her defense, that was probably the first or second listing that she put up. I did double check her listings. I totally missed it that she put medium and large. She put large on by accident, said medium. You know, it happens, a mistake. Hey, I make mistakes still to this day, so it's a learning experience, but everything else she's done has been great so far, so very happy with it. We sold a DVD in here too. I think this is it here. FMW Crash and Burn. This is a Japanese wrestling DVD. If you guys aren't familiar with FMW, this was like the ECW of Japan, and they would wrestle in like death matches, very violent and bloody stuff. So if you're in that type of wrestling, check out FMW. But I maybe got a quarter into this, and we got $9.99 plus shipping. I've had a crazy week. Carrie from American Arbitrage is in town for the Trash or Cash Bash in Orlando, so if anyone's going there, I'll be heading down to meet up with those guys this weekend. So since he was in town, I met up with him and Dave on Monday morning, and we went to the Webster. I was up at 5 a.m. and went to the Webster Flea Market. It was kind of crappy because the rain was on and off, so it wasn't as many vendors as it would have been for a holiday weekend. And then after that, I came home, and then I got free tickets to go to the Buccaneers versus Eagles playoff game. If you guys know, I'm a diehard Philly fan. And so I couldn't pass that up, which made things very difficult for me because I had to get the game super early because we had tickets to go on the pirate ship, which are totally awesome. And then I was there to the game. The game we didn't get out of there till after midnight. Got some food, came home, and next thing I know, I wasn't going to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning. As you could tell, my Monday was kind of shot getting stuff listed, which in return messed up my whole Tuesday because I was on like 3 hours of sleep. I had my podcast Tuesday night with the Nurse Flipper. So yeah, it's been a rough week so far. I sold a couple articles of this Tennessee gear. So let's pull it over here in A3. So first thing we sold was these pair of sweatpants. These are team issued on the field ones. I had it listed for like maybe $79.99. Someone sent me an offer for 60 bucks, or maybe it was $69.99, but 60 bucks plus shipping. Took that all day long. All right, next time we sold a jacket. right here. We sold this jacket right here. I would have got more money for it, but there was a little tiny stain on it. So probably got like 50 bucks for this jacket, but we listed it for $29.99, maybe $34.99. I think we sent out best offer for $29.99 and they accepted. We got more, but I had a little stain on it. So still $3 and do 30. I'll take it all day long. All right, so someone sent me a best offer this morning when I woke up. I bought this item when I was up at the 100-mile yard sale in Virginia with the Commonwealth Picker. And a lot of people are passing up, but here's a BOLO that a lot of people don't know about. All right, so most people know that special edition Monopolies do sell very well. Always look up special edition Monopolies, they sell well. But what makes this one very special, this one's actually in Spanish. So the Spanish releases are very limited. So if you guys do find Monopoly games that are in Spanish, look them up, or board games that are in Spanish, look them up because they can bring a premium. This is what we got here. I think I paid $5 for this, and we took an offer for $55 plus shipping. So it's something you guys want to keep an eye out for, especially this time of year. In February time, the pitchers and catchers report to training camp in baseball. So get your baseball gloves, your baseball bats ready now. Start listing them because baseball season starts in the next couple months and that stuff will sell tremendously hot. We just sold a baseball glove. Had this one listed in our store, I think for $29.99 and sold for $24.99. So I think we paid like $5 a yard sale for this. I don't pay more than like $5 usually for gloves or less. Now, next item we sold was actually a Funko Pop. A couple months ago, I did a big community yard sale. I bought a whole table of Marvel Funko Pops and action figures. Paid $100 for the whole table. And there was a couple good pieces in there that 2 or 3 pieces made back my $100. The rest is pure profit. Finally got around to listing this. Listed for $39.99 and it sold within maybe a week or two. One thing I'm learning about this listing challenge is you're not going to make money for your items sitting around. So I'm literally trying to keep blowing out these items. And I totally forgot. You guys saw me take all that stuff to the auction house last week. That auction is actually today. So I wonder how we're going to do in those items. I should get a check in the mail. They should put a check out in the mail tomorrow. So maybe beginning of next week when I do get the check, we'll go over and see what those items sold for. Honestly, if I lose money or break even, I don't care. I'm just glad I got a whole truckload full of stuff. As you know, I'm on the mission right now to CSO, clear stuff out. As you can see, it still looks like a big pile in here, but there's a lot more room in here than it was before. It's just unorganized. So we're gonna start combining this next week and start moving these out. And hopefully we're gonna free up this row so I can pull out these racks. Right now, these big racks right here, all the way down here, I can't slide those out because there's stuff piled in front of it. So that's the ultimate goal here. We're slowly chipping away. We did a whatnot on Friday. We give away Nintendo Wii. So you guys aren't coming to my whatnots. You guys gotta check them out because we're clearing stuff out. We're selling wholesale watts for starting at $5 to people, and people are getting great deals. We sold a patch lot of like 200 patches, and there's patches in there from the 60s. The guy who bought those should make a couple $100 just off those patches, so which is good. So don't miss out on those. But links down in the description down below if you guys want to join us on whatnot. We're gonna do another show. We're gonna give away probably another video game system, and we're gonna do it from the garage where we're just selling off crap. So I come in from the garage to start packaging up some of the items that we were just going over, and look what I found. Excuse you. What do you have there? Excuse me? Is this yours? Are you being a bad girl? Busted. The funny thing is, Blue's over in the corner, like, wasn't me, Dad. Are you the good one? Why do you look guilty too? Did you steal that and blame it on your sister? They both look guilty. I'm sure that both were stealing my stuff. I will say overall, they're amazing, amazing pets. Both rescues, and I couldn't ask for better dogs, but they get a little mischievous every once in a while, but still gotta love them. It's been one of those weeks, man. I literally had been in a dispute with my lawn company here for like the last month. They ran over one of my dog's toys and it shot out like a rocket. You won't believe this. It went right through the side of my PVC fence. Like put like a giant hole through my fence. Now, accidents happen. Listen, my dad used to have a hauling tree service business. You know, like a branch would fall the wrong way. We have busted fences before. If a rock hit something to break screen doors, it happens. Okay, that's part of the industry. So I wasn't mad about that. But these freaking guys left my house and didn't tell me they put a hole in the side of my fence. I have 3 dogs, 2 cats. My neighbor has a dog, so I mean it's a liability. What happened if my dogs would have got through the fence or his dog would have got through the fence or got cut on the fence? So let me tell you, I was absolutely pissed. The lawn company said they're gonna fix it. but they didn't fix it yet. I'm gonna get real heated about this. So let's keep pulling some orders here, and I'll finish telling the story here. We sold a Star Wars Jedi Knight Raven Funko Pop. Let's pull it. Right here, the Jedi Knight Raven. We have $3 into it. I had a price tag of $35.99, but I think that's just the case. It was a GameStop exclusive, so maybe it was higher at one point in time, maybe when Star Wars show was out, but we ended up getting, I think, $14.99 or $15.99 plus shipping for this. So, about the guy, I was heated not at the employees. Well, I wasn't heated at the owner and stuff. That stuff happens. Not upset about my door being, my fence being a big hole in the side of it. But I was upset about that they didn't tell me, they just left. So I talked to the owner, I was heated. He fully understood. He was upset with his employees for doing that and said that, don't worry, he'll have it fixed. He'll go with the part to have it fixed. This was like December 19th. And I sent him a message on the day after Christmas, say, hey, when are you gonna come fix my fence? This is a liability. And he said, oh, no problem. I'm gonna pick up the part this week, so I should be able to have it fixed here for you in no time. So that was on the 26th. Now, today is January 17th. And the fence has stood up and fixed. So I'm gonna get to that here in a second. So next time we actually sold, this is the NECA, I forget what this guy's name is, Rap something, from Ninja Turtles. These are Target exclusives. If you guys come across any of these NECA Target exclusive figures for Ninja Turtles, visually they come in 2 packs. So if you get them for super cheap, pick them up. We got $14.99 plus shipping for this one. Figure is actually one of the cheaper ones. They were in the actual set, so. But still, $15. This came in a massive lot we bought. We were already in the profits on it, so this is pure profit. I come to find out that my next door neighbor, the person next to me, also had a small hole in her side of a fence. Maybe a rock or something went through her side and didn't know about it either. So she was reaching out to them. We have 2 holes inside of our fences, different sides, completely opposite of each other. Let's pull this next order here and I'll finish the rest of this. All right, we sold 2 items here in the office. We sold a David Ehrman, which is the empty jewelry box, a designer brand. We got $34.99 plus shipping for this. No, not this one, maybe it's the bottom one. There it is. David Ehrman, look out for that name. This is a jewelry box. We got $35 plus shipping for this, so pumped about that. That came in my big box buy of those designer boxes where I think I got like $5 into it, $3 into it. I haven't heard back from him. So now I'm getting pissed off. So I called him up. His guys showed up at my house to cut my grass. And I literally said, hey, before you cut my grass, call your boss now. Call the owner. I talked to the owner. I said, hey man, what's going on? You sent me a text message saying, he goes, oh, they didn't have the Home Depot didn't have the part. And I said, okay, that's fine. But you say you're going to have this fixed. And you say you're going to pick it up. He's like, oh yeah, the guy never called me back to have it picked up. So this guy never, just put it in the back burner, forgot about it apparently. 3 weeks have gone by and now I am absolutely heated because if you're telling me you're going to do something for me and it's a liability, this is a liability for me and a liability for him. Because if someone gets hurt, I'm going to get sued and he's going to get sued. I'm mad. And he starts giving me all these BS excuses. Oh, it's been the holiday, he's away and I'm busy. That's not my problem. If you you damage something, you need to fix it. I had enough. It was a final straw and I felt bad for him. I cut a WWF style promo on him and fired him on the spot. And I was not happy because I don't like to be lied to. I don't like to be misled. I don't like to be jerked around. And yeah, so that's what happened yesterday. But I'll get to what happened today here in a second. But let's pull the next item. So we sold another graded card, a Robin Yount rookie card. All right, we sold this Robin Yount rookie card. This is a PSA 7. Really good condition from 1975, to be honest with you. So, has some manufacturer errors on it. But had this listed for $159.99, and I think I took an offer of like $130 on it. So we got $130 plus shipping on this. This came from this massive lot. I bought $500 worth of baseball cards at a garage sale. It cost me probably about $200 to get everything graded. So I'm into about $700. I just sold this for $130. I sold Dale Murphy rookie card the last video for I think $95. So we're already $225 into this bad boy, and we sold 2 cards. And we got 2 or 3 shoe boxes full of cards. We got some, I'm not gonna say what else. I'll tell you, we got some Mickey Mantles. We got a Nolan Ryan rookie card. And we have 3 other cards arriving. 2 from SGC and 1 from PSA that got graded too. So we're actually going to be doing an unboxing video and also teaching you guys how to grade sports cards here in an upcoming video here very soon. All right, so I mentioned that I cut that wrestling promo. I was straight up WWF, cutting a heel bad guy wrestling promo. I didn't curse. I was respectful, but let me tell you, I let him have it. Magically today, I get a phone call from the guy I fired yesterday, and he said that he was at my neighbor's house, fixed their fence, and my neighbor said he hasn't heard from him in the last 2 weeks. She sent him a couple text messages, and then he was at my door this afternoon with fencing material to fix the fence. So unfortunately, I wish it doesn't have to get to that point sometimes. And this is the reason I bring up this whole story is communication is probably the most important thing in business. If he just would have communicated to me that the guy was on vacation, if he would have communicated to me that, hey, this is going to be delayed, I would have no problem with the situation. You know, I would have figured out something else that we could have worked together or figured out an alternative solution. But if you ghost me for weeks and don't respond and don't fulfill the promises that you fulfill, that's where the issues come in. So same thing in eBay, same thing with your business. If you guys are going to have late shipments, if you guys mess up, email the buyer before the item gets there, or email the buyer and let them know the situation. Let me tell you, people are understanding if you make the attempt to reach out to them. So keep that in mind. And don't be like this poor guy who got a wrestling promo cut on him. All right, next time we sold is a Nintendo DS. Had this in my store for, I think, like $59.99, $64.99, I don't know, something like that. For 6 months, didn't sell. Or 4 or 5 months, didn't sell. Ended it, did sell similar, and it sold right away. And it sold for $57.99 plus shipping, so. Nintendo DS. I was to make sure they're in a little bag with the charger there, so they would stay together. Got that at a yard sale, probably like 10, I think I paid like $10 for it. I kind of feel bad about this whole situation, you know, but so let me know in the comments. Have you been in one of those situations where you had to lose your cool, or, you know, you're respectful for a good amount of time, and then it took you to, you know, lay the law down before the stuff actually gets done. And unfortunately, it has to come to that. All right, so next time we actually sold a lot of Simpson comics. This is Bartman, Simpsons number 1 or number 4, Itchy and Scratchy, Simpsons number 2, and issue number 1. Had these up on eBay for a very, very long time. These are listed for over a year. I've ended sell similar. Always get a ton of watchers on them. Always send on offers. Didn't get anyone to bite. They're doing an autograph signing at CGC. Had them listed for $50. Someone sent me an offer for 40. I accepted. So I got $40 plus shipping. These came in a massive collection. All right, next time we sold a laser cell. Picked this up at a yard sale. I think I paid like $1 or $2 for it. It's right here. This is the Phoenix. This is limited edition. This is $358 of 500. Laser cell certificate. Original price was $40 from 2004. So I think we got $15 plus shipping for this. All right, so show you a couple more items that we sold. Then we're gonna go over where we are on this listing challenge, and I gotta get my stuff together. I'm leaving tomorrow to go to the Trash to Cash event, and it's gonna be a good time. Let's quick pull those last couple orders. All right, so we sold this right here. So this on Macari. This is actually really cool. Limited edition, Mickey and Minnie. Had it in my store for a very long time. Had it listed for $125. Someone sent me an offer for $100. I think I have $60 into it. So not a lot of profit, but it's been sitting in my store for a while. I thought this would sell a lot faster than it did. So sometimes you just gotta cut your loss, move on. So took the offer for $100 to get it moved from my store. So I sold some tools. Hey, this we got at a local church sale. It's such a weirdly shaped box. Look at Blue just sleeping over there. I think it's such a weirdly shaped box. We are literally gonna put the sticker on the box. Now, if you guys ever do ship your items out, that you put the sticker on the original box, make sure you put it in your description. I do it with a lot of like bigger items like TVs, tools that come in the original box. You have to remember when they manufacture these items, they give what they call a drop test. They put the item up 6 feet in the air, or is it 3 foot or 6 foot in the air, and they drop it straight down. And if it doesn't break, sustains, then the box is perfect for them to ship it in. And if you go to the stores and retail stores, they actually ship the items in the boxes that you get them in. So it's okay to ship them in their boxes. Just make sure your buyer is notified on that. I think I paid like $60 or $100 for everything I bought this at the sale. Already sold a TV from there for like $125. So I'm already pure profit in this. So I sold this for I think $21.99 plus shipping. I'm just glad to see it go because it's such an awkwardly shaped item that I just want it gone. All right, so we had 2 major big sales that's really gonna help boost our sales for this week. We sold these Looney Tune statues. Now, let me say, this is where, if you're a full-time reseller, you should have worth point if you sell. What is Mr. Jack doing? It's not even his bowl. Every time I film these videos, my dogs decide they want to drink water. I don't get it. Anyway, what I was saying is worth point's so important because if you look at the comps on these on eBay in the last 90 days, they haven't been selling for much, maybe 50 bucks, 75 bucks. If you go on worth point, 150 like the 400 bucks, 150 to 350 bucks for these. These are Looney Tune motorcycle statues, and they bring big money. And if I went by eBay comps, I really would have sold myself short, you can say. So we sold this one right here, Bugs Bunny, for $189.99 plus shipping. And Porky Pig, we got $289 plus shipping. $500 in sales. Literally, worth point's about 25 bucks a month. One of these sales, the Porky Pig has paid for my worth point for almost an entire year. So it is worth its weight in gold. I've been selling these off over the last like 6 months, and they've been slow sellers because I have them at really high prices, but buyers are paying them. Buyers are paying for it. So I'm okay sitting to make an extra 100, 150 bucks on these items. I paid $20 for the entire collection of these at a garage sale, which turned out to be one of my best purchases of last year at a garage sale. All right, let's go with this listen challenge. This video is getting a little too long, so I want to do this listen challenge. We'll end it here. And this past week has not been good. I just had a ton of stuff going on. You know, I had a friend's 40th birthday party that was I had to go to. Carrie from American Arbitrage was in town, so I went with him and Dave sourcing. I fell behind on stuff, man. I had stuff with a kid in school, so no excuses. You know, this is the whole point of the listening challenge is to overcome these. And this next week is not going to be much better. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to really buckle down here going forward. I was really hoping that my mother-in-law would knock out some drafts for me this past week, and she had some stuff going on, so she didn't really knock out any drafts either, which is, it's okay. The whole purpose of her doing this is in her free time, and when she, in between her work, she's gonna knock out, I talked to her last night, she's gonna be knocking some out this week for me, so it would help get me a couple additional drafts, and then I'm gonna be putting some extra work on getting drafts, but let's go over this. Last video, we left off on the 10th. On the 15th, we did 15 items for $570. On the 12th, we did 2 items for $395. Those were those Inhuman figures that we picked up at the flea market. On the 13th, we did 3 items for $340. On the 14th, we did 5 items for $240. On Monday, we did 1 item for $90. On Tuesday, we did 5 items for $118. And yesterday, we did 2 items for $21. Yeah. So I plan to do a lot more. Also, too, I was under contract with Whatnot to do these shows. And I did a show on Friday, which I had to ship out a ton of items over this past week. We did another show on Sunday night on Whatnot. So, you know, factoring those is not that we're not doing work, just to let you guys know, we are doing additional work. We did over $1,000 in sales between those 2 shows. So that definitely helps out, but it's a lot of items to ship out. Lots of items to ship out. So we should be at right now on day 17 at 170 listings, and we are at 101. We are 69 listings short. So I'm going to have to make up an extra probably 10 listings a day going forward just to make up for the lost time. So I really need to buckle down my listings. Money-wise, we should be at right now $10,995 listed, and we are at $7,341. So the money part's not bad because I do have some high-end items and 2 lists still. So I'm not worried about the money. I'm worried about the amount of listings I need to put up. So what is good is this is really going to force me to buckle down these next couple weeks, the next 2 weeks here, to really see what I can do to make a change for my business. I've already pulled a bunch of items off to the side here that I'm going to be listing. This is Evel Knievel Stunt Cycle, this Tekken Limited Edition box set, this Spider-Man mini fridge, these Tory Burch sandals, store figure. You'll see all these items in the upcoming pick and punching video. Then I got a ton of Disney stuff, some like really big like framed pin sets and stuff like that, and some framed artwork that I'm gonna be listing. But yeah, I need to get to work here. So anyway, Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys do follow us on Whatnot. We're doing an all free show next week on Wednesday. Me and Mrs. Punchin should come and hang out with us. The link is down below here. If you're not a member of Whatnot, they'll give you $15 for free just for signing up. So make sure you guys go sign up. You can use that money on any show. You won't need to use on my show because everything's free. But until next time, guys, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.